Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Happy Monday and weekly kickoff to you. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your week. And we've got some interesting shenanigans going on in the Raid universe. We actually had 0 people finish in Platinum Arena. We've been sounding the alarms on this for a while. We've been talking about how the arena has gotten way too hard and people can't rank up. The PvP scene has kind of been shattered recently. But the changes didn't come through soon enough, and now we actually had a weekly reset with 0 people in Platinum Arena because it got so bad. So I'll read Plarium's announcement here, and we will get your week kicked off, get you caught up on the Nari fragments and how to kind of plan your week for Raid Shadow Legends. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, we'll go right over the announcement and Plarium's response to the shenanigans that we knew was coming in the arena, and now it is finally really manifested in up at the top for a Platinum Arena reset. So we've got, since the current state of affairs in the Classic Arena raised various concerns, mainly the Platinum tier, and it's not just Platinum tier, by the way, it's a lot of the Gold 4, Gold 5, and trickling on down. It just manifests itself worse at the top because it's pretty crazy to see like 0 people get a rank. So it does stand out more, but it's all tiers of the arena are absolutely crazy. We want to give updates on what we're planning to do to improve the situation. All right, so first, arena points rebalance in Gold 5 and Platinum tiers. Requirements to reach both these tiers will be lowered, and so in doing so, they're probably gonna have to completely readjust all of the arena tiers, which I'm kind of surprised they're gonna do that. So Raid is over 3 years old at this point, and to my knowledge, they've never adjusted the points for the different Classic Arena PvP tiers. So I'm surprised they're gonna go that route. We've seen them before do the bot accounts where they kind of flood the arena system with a bunch of trophies to kind of give more to go around for the player base, to make it easier for players to achieve these certain ranks and to make PvP a little bit more enjoyable for the masses, because there's more trophies to go around and acquire. But it looks like instead of doing that, they're just going to try to lower things, which, you know, okay, well, we'll see how it works, and we'll have to kind of monitor the situation to see if that ends up being a good thing or how it shakes out. Number 2, general arena matchmaking adjustments. The changes will concern tweaking the matchmaking in bronze and silver tiers. In addition, we will improve our system that prevents players from being demoted from gold tiers too rapidly. Okay, that's a little bit vague. We'll have to see what that ends up being. I guess, yeah, they're gonna try to have you when you're in bronze not come up against teams that are 400,000 power or something. I don't know exactly what that means. But number 3, progress missions. Several arena related missions will become easier to complete. We've been sounding the alarm on this one for a while as well, for years at this point, about some of these missions, progress missions that are tied to PvP, which is kind of silly. It should be tied to PvE content, because we've already got the competition part in the arena, so we don't really need that for the RPG element progress missions. Just keep those PvE, but looks like they're going to be adjusting those and making them easier. The first 2 changes are coming to the game this week. Yeah, that's going to be some sort of a hotfix type thing. You can't have a PvP league where there's 0 people achieving high ranks in the game. So okay, they're obviously going to adjust that very soon, and we'll give you more detail on those closer to the release in one of these upcoming days. And then as for changes of the progress missions, they're on the way as well. We'll release them in a distinct patch a bit later. So maybe like the next big patch we get, that we'll get an update to some of these progress missions. Now let's fire up the Nari fragments here and make sure we're kind of planning this. We are on the home stretch of the fragment event for Nari the Lucky, and you can see right now we're going to be focusing on a Fire Night tournament for the next few days, and also coinciding that with Dungeon Divers to double dip some points. You'll have 10 up for grabs there, and then make sure we are focusing on Artifact Enhancement to scoop up the 5 fragments here for doing some artifacts. We're going to have another 5 points in Champion Training that I'm sure you're super excited about right here, and then closing things out with the 3rd Artifact Enhancement event. So right now you're going to want to plan accordingly based on the fragments on your account, and make sure that you are going to have enough to keep pace and kind of keep tabs if you're going to have to go hard in the paint on one of these upcoming tournaments to scoop up the last 5 that you need or something. You'll have to plan that accordingly. And the way you do that really quickly is you can see up top how I planned mine. Right now, I have got 75 out of 100, so I need to get 25 more. And then when we look at the things currently live in the game, the Fire Knight, I will go from 75 to 80 by getting the guaranteed points on the right. And then in the champion training tournament, there's going to be 5 up for grabs, so that will take me to 85. So I need 15 more after that, and there is currently 10 alive in the events. I haven't gotten the dungeon divers yet right there, so that will take me up to 90. And then this artifact event right here will be 95. And then the last artifact enhancement event with 5 there will take me to 100. So you just got to kind of plan according to your account. Take a few minutes to lay that out and make sure you've got a good plan heading into the end of the fragments, because if you need to go crazy in this Fire Night tournament or something, that's something you need to know about. And sometimes people think that you have to win these tournaments, but it's actually the top 2. So make sure you're paying attention if you need to get top 2 in your Fight Night tournament or something, and really get after that if you're 5 short when you plan it out. Take note of that. I should be okay as long as I just pay attention enough to get the guaranteed fragments. I shouldn't be forced to get in the top 2 of the Fire Night tournament, but make sure you are tailoring that to your account specifically. But for what you need to make sure is the priority today, you need to get this artifact enhancing done, because it is going to end at the end of the day. And this is going to be the priority because you don't want to miss out on the 3,500 points here to scoop up the 5 guaranteed. So that's the focus today. Make sure you get the artifact enhancement done. Then you've got at least another day on the other stuff like the dungeon divers and the fire night and the future stuff, the champion training, and then the 3rd artifact enhancement event. Then in terms of the shard rotation going on, so we just had 2x Sacreds coinciding with a 10x for Draco. Now the rotation goes Ancient, Sacred, Void, which means after Sacreds, here in about 10 days, we're going to get 2x Void shards. And in terms of this week, we will probably hear from Plarium somewhat soon in the next day or two as to what the event is going to be for this week. There will probably be either a guaranteed summoning event, like pull a certain amount of shards to acquire this champion, or there will be a 10x around a certain theme featuring a Void Legendary and then a few other champions. That usually the 10x's are about 8 champions in total, so we'll have to keep our ear to the ground and see exactly what this week's events are going to be, but it shouldn't be a 2x. The next 2x will be 10 days from now and 2x Voids. There is no CVC this week, so your next CVC match will be in 8 days, next Tuesday, as long as Plarium goes by their normal schedule of every other Tuesday. In 8 days, you'll get a CVC match, so make sure you're planning your books and everything you want to get done to double dip your points right now this week, so you can kind of get ready to slam those points on Tuesday and help your team win a match. Clan quests are also going to be resetting today, so you want to make sure, get in there, buy your Yakarl fragments, and get these quests done today because it is going to reset to a new weekly rotation at the end of the day, so make sure you're focusing on getting that stuff in order today as well. Now let's head into the shop and see, oh, we've got a Jade Serpent skin for $50. How do I plug that into the calculator? Yeah, there's really no way to plug this in. I guess if you are one of those aesthetic collectors who likes to spend money on raid, then this would be up your alley. But there is going to be no sort of resource gathered like energy or anything or bonus for buying this. This is going to be simply an aesthetic upgrade, and they did do a good job on the artwork here. Usually the sentiment of these type of offers is, you know, players are okay with this because it's a non-pay to win for the developers, a non-pay to win mechanic and way for the developers to make money for their efforts on the game that isn't going to hurt the player base in general and provide an advantage to people who spend a bunch of money versus people who don't. So yeah, if you want to spend the money to acquire the Jade Serpent skin, you can actually see it in the index if you back out. And if I pull up Arbiter under High Elves and Arbiter, you go over to champion skins, and then boom, you can see right here what it's actually going to look like in game. So this is the one that is currently in the shop, and what it would, and what your Arbiter would now look like on the battlefield if you were to purchase that skin. And then you wonder where it goes. It would be kind of in the index, and then on the side here next to skills, you can see champion skins, and then you can go through the different ones that you own. And over there on the right side, we've kind of got some, it looks like some new artwork. We've got like a fancy portal with Septimus or something there. It was kind of cool. I like the new artwork on the offer sheet. But yeah, I mean, you know, I think the skins are cool. I don't know, like, to me personally, I don't know if it's worth $50. If this was like 10 or 15 bucks, I might buy it. But yeah, I'm probably not going to be in the market to spend $50 on a champion skin, unfortunately. Then we've also got a dungeon pack, and we've seen this one a few times. Let me plug this in here just in case you want to see this. We've got the 300 energy, gems of 200, 2 days of XP, energy refills of 5, And then we've got the 3 legendary tomes kind of thrown in there to go along with it. Grades out as a 2.15. So it's not a great offer, but for higher spenders that are low on legendary books, it is one of the few opportunities you'll have to scoop those up for $20. So for that player, it would make sense. But for most of you, unless you're really hard up for some of these resources, I would say it's not a great offer. So there's also a couple pack strings for energy. They end up really not being a good purchase unless you're super desperate for energy and you're a decently high spender. Fashion accessories, no. And we already covered the Jade skin. So, okay, that kind of does it for the shop today. So alrighty, let me know down below what you think about the arena madness and everything kind of going on as we head into the week here. Normally, I would head over to stream, but I have got to go get a haircut. I am way overdue. Things are getting a little bit crazy up top here, so I need to go take care of that. And if I'm able to stream today, it'll be a little bit later in the afternoon, and hopefully have a fresh set of hair by then to go along if we're able to do a stream tonight. But if not, have a great rest of your Monday, and as always, thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Peace.